Morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning. It's October 30th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael LaRosa Adelle Caballero here watching a crash in Brooklyn. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa here with today's forecast. So Maria, you're telling us it's going to get not better as time goes on.
That is accurate.
That would be
not better.
Not better, and the opposite of that is worse.
Correct. However you want to say it, it's just not going to be easy. I'll throw in another way to describe it. We still have a bit to go. Obviously, the big picture showing that we're just kind of at the start of where it's going to be inconvenient as we see some of the steadier showers beginning to push in. It has been on the lighter side for now, a lot of drizzle too. But you see this line of steadier showers through central Jersey. Some of that orange pushing into Warren County, but also in and around Brooklyn, seeing some of that steady rain. On top of that, this east wind just making it feel not so great and very gusty already down the shore, where those gusts have been persistent, 20, 30 miles per hour already. And the glossy sidewalks here, we got the umbrellas up for good reason. Winds will continue to increase, and then by midday, that rain heavy at times could get some thunder in here too. That lingers through the PM commute and then beginning to taper off through 10 o'clock tonight. So we'll fine-tune some of these impacts coming up in just a bit, but at 6:01, obviously not an easy or fun commute weather-wise, Adele.
Yeah, definitely not a travel-wise as well. And as Michael will say, it's going to get not better as the day progresses. So keep that in mind if you are heading out the door right now. Gowanus Expressway westbound by exit 19 for 86th Street. We've got a crash here taking out a couple lanes both ways through the area. We're seeing heavy backups, so we will be keeping a close eye on that. Keep you posted there. Still watching this crash on the Harlem River Drive northbound by 155th Street. One lane closed off, also seeing taps on the brakes. And now crash has just popped up here on the Whitestone Bridge heading into the Bronx, not causing major backups, but you could always hop onto the Throgs Neck Bridge instead. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much. Now the new development you can see with Tracy and Romney, it's the umbrellas are out this morning, Maria.
Yes, the weather story is our storm system, and we're just at the start of it. So what's out there is relatively on the light side, but we're starting to see that steadiness pick up, and as you mentioned, across the area. As I mentioned too, today is the day after this. Pretty quiet, including on into Election Day. So we've got that in the 10-day forecast.
Thank you. Also still ahead, you're making your way onto the roads. Steer clear of the Gowanus Expressway. All lanes have just shut down here on the westbound side by exit 19 for 86th Street. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to let you know how bad those delays are looking. Here's our live look outside right now, though, onto the inbound approach to the George Washington Bridge, seeing about 15-minute delays. Darlene, Michael. Thank you, Adele. You can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. We'll be back. For 5 cents. That's all I'm saying. From my experience.
From her experience.
There may be an issue.
Some intervention may be needed here. Yes. All right. Well, we've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner covered with this storm system, guys. Wherever you're going to partake, we have some showers out there now, starting to feel that steadier rainfall. It's really going to pick up, kind of peak with everything by midday and start to taper off, but not until late evening. So really from start to finish, this is something we're dealing with. But then after that, it is quiet, and that takes us into the weekend. So let's get you started right now. A live look at the plaza. We've got the flags waving, and the rain is coming down. It's breezy, and you see the umbrellas up too. Good advice out there this morning. 53 degrees, and that east wind, that's going to keep it cool and damp and raw, not just now, but into this afternoon and evening. Looking at Manhattan, you see the steadier rainfall. Cliffside Park a little bit in that darker green, but also off to the west, that steadier rain through eastern Pennsylvania. This is all moving to the north as our big storm system pushes east. So we'll continue to see rounds of the rainfall. The heaviest we still expect around lunchtime into the early afternoon. I stop our model here by about 1:30. You can see yellow and orange heavy rainfall from Clinton, Sussex, Newark, pushing into the city, Hudson Valley, Long Island, and down the shore through the afternoon, and yes, even into the evening commute time. So it's going to be a slow go travel-wise too, and you may get rumbles of thunder along with those really gusty winds. Now tomorrow, we keep those gusty winds. We lose the rain, but keep the clouds. So a couple of bullet points here to keep in mind, along with the gusts today and tomorrow. We do have minor coastal flooding, and yes, with tomorrow being Halloween, those gusts could still be over 40 miles per hour. And while breezy on Saturday, we start to see everything really wind down, even the gusty winds on into Sunday. So today we're going to get up into the 60s. Just be careful out there. It's going to be pretty rough during the midday and evening, and then things quiet down overnight tonight. Now tomorrow, again, dry skies, temps staying in the 50s, but those west winds 10, 20 miles per hour steady. Those gusts could be over 40 miles per hour. Look into next week, including Election Day. Not bad. It is pretty quiet. Looks rain-free with temperatures in the mid and upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Some chilly mornings by the end of next week into the low 40s. All right, 6:18 now. Adele, how's it looking out there?
Not good. We're seeing accidents pop up one after another. You really have to be careful out there. Roadways are slick and slippery, and it's only expected to get worse as the day progresses. Right now, Gowanus Expressway westbound over by exit 19 out to exit 18. All lanes are completely shut down for this crash. We've got delays heading back through your lower East River crossings and then delays heading back to the Verrazano Bridge. So definitely an area you're going to need to avoid. Then on the Grand Central Parkway westbound by LaGuardia Airport, exit 6 and 7, you've got an accident there. That's taking out a couple of lanes. We've got a live lookout here. You can see it's definitely going to be a slow go as you make your way through there. Queens Boulevard at this point would be your best bet. You're going to hit those traffic lights, but it will be more of an open ride for you. Whitestone Bridge, Bronx bound, you've got an accident, as well as the Van Wyck northbound by Hillside Avenue. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you very much, Adele.
As more Americans turn to weight loss medications, it's always best to read through the fine print before you sign up for a subscription to get that prescription.
A New Jersey woman said better get Baccaro when she had trouble getting a refund. Here's News 4 consumer reporter Linda Baccaro.
Everybody, 6:30 a.m. right now on this Thursday. It's October 30th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is tracking some problems on the rails right now. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa has the forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, if I had to paint a picture of what a yucky day is going to look like, I would show you this. This is our storm system continuing to develop and take shape. We have to get through all of this before we get to drier skies, and we're just starting with the rainfall. Some of it has been generally on the light side, starting to get to a few more rounds of the steadier rainfall from Passaic into Bergen County, also into Monmouth County, pushing into Fairfield County, but some heavier rain right now through Hunterdon and Warren County. This is moving to the north and east, but the gustiest winds right now, definitely the Jersey Shore from Point Pleasant, Harvey Cedars, and Seaside Heights. Those gusts have already been right out of the east at 40 miles per hour. So that's going to push those high tides higher, some coastal flood concerns, and yes, even higher gusts heading into the midday. That's still the prime time with the heaviest rain. By noontime, 58 degrees, those gustiest winds that could be in that 40 to 50 miles per hour range at times. Still through the evening commute, looking at rain, some heavy at times before tapering off late tonight. We'll dig into the details in a second, but at 6:31, got to get you out the door right now. Plenty of slowdowns and messes out there, Adele.
Yes, messes to say the least. We've got suspensions, a lot of them right now. 1 trains are knocked out South Ferry to 14th Street, 2 trains 149th Street to Nevin Street, and 3 trains 14th Street to New Lots Avenue. On top of that, you've got service changes with your RW45 and Staten Island Railway. And then on top of that, we're still dealing with this full closure on the Gowanus westbound, exit 19 out to exit 18, and that crash on the Grand Central Parkway westbound over by LaGuardia Airport, taking out a couple of lanes. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you very much, Adele. 6:32 now, and now to new developments in that contract dispute that could leave tens of thousands of families scrambling to find a way to school starting Monday. Today, New York's Romney Smith is in the Castle Hill sector checking on the weather around here.
Yeah, we've got our hands full with our big storm system pushing on through, so really messy in the neighborhoods. Of course, Adele's been talking about the slick conditions, so heads up as the kids are headed to the bus stop. Temperature-wise, we stay in the mid and upper 50s near 60 degrees. Weather-wise, it's not good by lunchtime, and even after-school activities will be impacted by the wind and the rain. So coming up, we're going to time it out and all the impacts and take a look at Halloween and the gusty winds there coming up in the 10-day.
Thank you. And still ahead, a beautiful sight.
Rails, we've got delays, service changes, suspensions with your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AM, RW, and Staten Island Railway. Coming up in a few minutes, we're also going to break down that closure on the Gowanus Expressway. Here's a live look outside right now, though, onto the inbound approach to the Lincoln Tunnel. You've got about 35-minute delays. You're watching Today in New York.
And you've really been studying it because we've all seen those cascading water scenes in the subway.
Yeah, we're kind of dialed into what those conditions are that could lead to that. We don't see that coming together today. With that said, it's not going to be easy. We're still anticipating 1 to 3 inches generally across the area between now and tonight, which is manageable. It's not going to be fun because of timing. And yes, some of those rainfall rates will be pretty high. So again, it's going to impact travel. We are expecting the mainly light part of the system to be moving through the next hour or two. The heavier rain, even some thunderstorms by midday into this afternoon. Part of that thunderstorm threat, of course, too, those gusty winds, which we're already seeing, especially for central and South Jersey, 30+ mile-per-hour wind gusts. And because of that east wind, too, minor coastal flooding. So the next round of high tides into this afternoon could reach those minor levels. All right, checking in on travel. We've got Newark Airport and the Turnpike. We have some break in the steadier rainfall, but still those brisk northeast winds. Those will continue to accelerate through the midday. 54 degrees out there right now. Just checking in on some of the pilot reports. They're up and at 'em and reporting, as you might expect, some turbulence out there. So at least bumpy flights. We'll see if we see any delays. JFK right now seeing some of that lighter rain at LaGuardia and Newark, as I mentioned, a little reprieve, but some of that steadier rain beginning to move in from eastern PA. That's our system as it continues to develop and strengthen and wind through. I stop it at 1:30. Really heavy rainfall and potentially some severe weather in the Philly area, central and South Jersey. That pivots through during the afternoon and, yes, even through the evening commute from the city, down the shore, Hudson Valley, Connecticut, Long Island. This sweeps through, so once again, we do dry out for Halloween, but the wind's really such a big story. First out of the east, and then as we see for tomorrow and Halloween, out of the west, but still 40, 50 mile per hour gusts are possible. So still that danger level for tomorrow. 60s for today, again with our storm system winding in and out. We'll see it quiet down overnight tonight, and then we're dry for several days, including Marathon Sunday. Even the winds are pulling back at this point. That's good. Election day on Tuesday, bright skies, temperatures near 60 degrees, and no big rainmaker for at least the next week. All right, 6:48 now. Lots of delays out there, Adele.
Delays, suspensions, a mix of it all right now. Your 1 trains are knocked out. South Ferry out to 14th Street, 2 trains 149th Street to Nevin Street, and 3 trains 14th Street to New Lots Avenue. On top of that, you've got delays and service changes with your 405 AE, FM, NQRW, and Staten Island Railway. Roadways not any better. Gowanus Expressway remains shut down westbound. Exit 19, that's 86th Street to exit 18 to Fort Hamilton Parkway. Solid ride both ways through the area there. We continue to watch this crash on the Grand Central Parkway westbound by LaGuardia Airport for exit 6 and exit 7. 1 lane closed off. We now have a crash on the Van Wyck southbound over by exit 12B for the LIE, and that crash on Route 24 in New Jersey eastbound heading into 78. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you. It's 6:49 now. Time is running out for you to get a whiff of a stinky blossom at the New York Botanical Garden. A corpse flower has bloomed at the Haupt Conservatory. Doesn't last long, though. That's for sure. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for streaming with us. It's Thursday, October 30th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero here, tracking roads and rails, the impacts of the storm on public transit, and Storm 24's LaRosa here with today's forecast. What are we going to go through?
Yeah, not making it easier this morning, but it's going to get a little bit tougher as the day goes on and even through the PM commute. So that's kind of your big picture heads up. The big picture weather-wise showing why this is all day. We still have the area of low pressure and the front all still developing, and that continues through the afternoon. What has been out there so far, I don't have any flood warnings posted with anything that's going on, but the steadier showers are beginning to push in from eastern Pennsylvania. Those gusts are starting to increase and be more widespread as well. Pretty persistently over 20 miles per hour from the shore, Long Island, and then into the Poconos, even still seeing some gusty winds at this hour. Everything increases by noontime. Heavy rainfall, some thunder, definitely the gusty winds, which may at times be over 30, 40 miles per hour. That continues into the afternoon and evening drive. Temperatures will be climbing into the low 60s this evening ahead of the front coming on through. Showers begin to wrap up after midnight, but we still have those gusty winds, so we'll talk more about that in a minute. But yeah, it has not been an easy morning to get out and about, Adele.
Definitely not. Whether you're heading out to your rails or your roads, also not a bad idea to download those apps if you're planning to head out to the airport. Right now, your 1 trains are suspended. South Ferry to 14th Street, 2 trains 149th Street to Nevin Street, and 3 trains 14th Street out to New Lots Avenue. That's all because of switch problems. On top of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AE, FM, NQRW, and Staten Island Railway. You've you've got delays and service changes. And then on top of that, your Gowanus Expressway is shut down westbound from exit 19 out to exit 18 because of an accident. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you. And on this Thursday morning, the race for New York City mayor and a major new poll released overnight. Today in New York's Tracy Strahan's in the newsroom now to break down those new numbers.